He's playing under control, Ernie. He's not trying to do too much with each possession. He's also being more aggressive, taking the initiative. He's just
Thunder trailing by 5. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Freak is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs put forth a nice effort. He picked up 16 points and was on the mark from deep, draining several threes. The outing for him was certainly one that he would be happy to repeat.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night. Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Durant attacking, misses from close range.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Smith dishes to Pondexter. Picked by Okafor. Pondexter kicks to Smith. 6 to shoot. 14 feet away. Here's Okafor. Pass to Santiago. The feed now to Smith. And Gibson, here we go. The shot misses. So the Thunder will take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough. And then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real
They
long
can't
look
guard
in
us on the
mirror
perimeter.
after a game like
Spread
that.
the floor.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. The strategy included running the offense through Russell Westbrook. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. 76ers getting the bucket. Cantor with a screen on Smith. Westbrook kicks to Freak. Now the pass to Ibaka. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Freak. He's one of the standouts over the last month, averaging about 22 points per, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
The 76ers lead. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And that one's good.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
At first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now the dish to Embiid, and that one's good. Embiid's got 11.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 7. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
To the wing right side. 3-pointer, Pondexter. And yes, sir, that one drops. 8 points for him.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And it's Freak missing.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Pass to Embiid. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Terrific work by Embiid. He has 11 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
And he makes the substitution. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, they've got Taj Gibson. He's out there with Okafor. Ish Smith is out there with Grant. Now, here's Grant. Clock at 6. From the arc. And the 76ers get it back. Gibson the screen. Here's Okafor. It's stolen by Adams. Freak with it, down low. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Adams.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Durant, the pass to Freak. Passes it to Payne. Screened by Ibaka. Payne dishes to Freak. Looking to get it going. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
The rebound by Grant. The 76ers leading by 5. Can't hit.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for one. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Now, here is Smith. Okafor sets the pick for Smith. Right side Gibson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Payne kicks to Freak. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Smith outside. Okafor. Second chance shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layups.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And the Thunder with some changes. Cantor comes in for Adams. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And it's Smith missing.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Ibaka, the pass to Freak. And the layup is good.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Los Angeles Lakers. The game now all time.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And Philadelphia has possession. Here's Santiago offline with his 3.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here is Smith. Embiid the screen. Smith kicks to Pondexter. Back to Smith. Gibson setting the pick for Smith. Here's Santiago, and it's blocked by Ibaka. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Welcome fans to the FIBA qualifying round. Timeout call.
let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Philadelphia's coach as he addressed his team. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
Now here's Freak. The baseline J off the mark.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game. You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
And Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Freak kicks to Ibaka, makes it off the glass.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Smith outside. Dishes to Pondexter. Over to the wing. Smith outside. Feeds it to Gibson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Here's Westbrook. It's in!
They're having a lot of trouble dealing with Russell Westbrook. He's a handful.
Three-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
And they commit an intentional foul. This is another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Kicks it to Pondexter. Wide open look. The rebound by Ibaka. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And that trip coming up empty. Missing both.
It looks like he was a little tight on the line that time. Could have and should have closed it out.
Kevin Durant with the rebound. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this.
Kevin, this game a tight one and perhaps a little bit more close.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up. And tonight, that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
I love the contribution he gave with his long-range shooting tonight. He was on fire. That turned out to be the big key for them. If someone drove the lane and the defense collapsed, they would always kick it to him for another three. Splaka Katayow!